They say your whole life can change in one moment. For me, it was the day I saw her. I wasn't looking for love. I didn't even believe in love at first sight. But that was before the village festival, before the drums, before the dance. Before one girl in an orange traditional wrapper turned my whole world upside down. I still remember everything about that day, the sun, the noise, the scent of jollof rice in the air. It was one of those ceremonies where the whole village came out, kids running barefoot, old men drinking palm wine, and the elders gossiping under mango trees. I was just standing by the masquerade stage, laughing with my cousin, when I saw her. She was dancing, not showing off, just moving with this quiet grace. Her orange attire hugged her like it was made for her alone. Her skin glowed in the sun, and those beads in her hair clicked softly as she turned. For a second, everything else faded. The music slowed. The crowd blurred. All I could see, all I wanted to see, was her. I asked my cousin, "Who's that girl?" He squinted. "Which one?" "The one glowing," I said. He laughed. "That's Omako. Final year student. Don't waste your time, bro. She's not like the others." But I didn't care. I walked up to her, sweaty palms, nervous smile, and said the only thing that came to mind. "You dance like the drums were made for your steps." She looked at me, smiled. Then she said, "And you talk like your mouth is sweet with honey. Are you always this smooth?" I laughed. "No, only when I see someone who makes the world stop." And just like that, we clicked. We talked till the sun went down. She told me about school, about her dreams to be a writer. I told her about my small graphic design hustle and how I wanted to start something big. She laughed at my jokes. I admired her confidence. From that day, something changed in both of us. I started walking to her house every Sunday after church. We'd sit under the almond tree, sharing groundnuts and stories. She'd read me her poems. I'd show her my logo sketches. It was slow, pure, real. We never rushed. We built. And over the months, we became us. Two people from different worlds, slowly becoming one story. That's how it started. No red flags. No lies. Just two hearts falling into rhythm. You know, love isn't always in the big moments. Sometimes, it's in the quiet ones, the in-betweens. The laughs during a rainy afternoon. The way she'd slip off mid-call and leave me listening to her slow breathing. The tiny argument about nothing, and the way we always found our way back. That's what Ameka and I had. We had all those small things that, when you look back, turn out to be the big things. Our first fight was about spicy food. I bought it on my way to see her. Spicy, dripping oil, wrapped in old newspaper, just the way I liked it. She took one bite, paused, and said, "Baby, why didn't you buy me the one with less pepper?" I laughed. Thought she was joking. She wasn't. She said, "You've known me for how long, and you still don't remember I can't handle too much pepper?" I tried to explain. She rolled her eyes. I got defensive. We didn't talk for 2 hours. Then I bought her chocolate and apologized. She smiled. Took my hand. "You still get sense small," she whispered. That was our first fight. Silly, right? But I remember it clearly. Because even in disagreement, we never wanted to hurt each other. Saturdays were for us. She'd come over and cook while I cleaned. Or sometimes, we'd switch. Not because we had to, but because it felt good doing life together. She loved ofong soup. I didn't know how to cook it, but I learned, just for her. She laughed the first time I tried. Said it looked like leaf soaked in engine oil. But she still ate it. Then we'd sit in front of the fan, our legs touching, watching cheap Nollywood films and giving fake commentary like we were experts. Why is she running upstairs? Don't they always die when they run upstairs? She go enter spiritual water now. Just watch. We laughed more than we talked sometimes. And that laughter. It was healing. The time I fell sick. There was a week I caught a bad fever. Couldn't move. Couldn't eat. I just lay there, shivering like a leaf in the harmattan. Ife came over every day after work. She made pepper soup. Cleaned the room. Sat beside me and read Psalms, even when I was too weak to respond. One night, I opened my eyes and saw her sleeping on the floor, using my folded jeans as pillow. I tried to speak, but my voice cracked. She sat up immediately. You dey talk. Thank God. You won't kill person with worry. She smiled through tired eyes. Kissed my forehead. Right then, I knew I wanted to marry her. We had dreams. Not the type you write on paper and forget. Real ones. She wanted to go to culinary school in Ghana. I told her I'd support her, no matter what. I wanted to build an app that helps market women track sales and expenses. She said I was crazy. Then kissed me on the cheek and said, I'll be your first investor. We talked about moving out of the city, maybe starting a small cafe, her cooking, me handling tech. We'd live in a small house, maybe 2 bedrooms. Simple. Peaceful. We raise kids that know love, she always is. I remember that morning so clearly. The sun had barely touched the rooftops. The air still felt fresh, like it hadn't been polluted with the day's stress. I had just come back from a quick trip to the village. Mama needed help settling a land issue, and Ifinanya couldn't come with me because of work. We talked every day while I was away. Nothing felt off. Nothing felt different. So imagine my surprise when I walked into my apartment and saw a white envelope on the center of my bed. No name. No decoration. Just sealed, like something official. I opened it with one hand, thinking maybe it was from my landlord or one of those bills again. But what I saw made my stomach twist. It was a wedding invitation. Gold embossed. Cream-colored. Smelled faintly of vanilla. You are cordially invited to the wedding of Ameka Tandai and Barrister Obinna Nwachukwu. To be held at St. Timothy's Cathedral, Enugu. I blinked. Read it again. Then again. Same names. Same details. Same Ifinanya. My Omako. The one who kissed me goodnight 4 days ago. The one who said, I love you, with sleepy eyes just last night. I lost my breath. For a full minute, I didn't move. I didn't cry. Didn't scream. My legs just gave way. I sat on the edge of the bed, still holding the card like it might disappear if I blinked fast enough. I checked the dates, it was 2 weeks away. 2 weeks. Meaning she had been planning this for months. While we were making jollof rice on our date nights. While she was holding my hand and calling me husband. While she was dreaming with me. She had another man. I called her. Not immediately. I don't know why. Maybe I was in shock. Maybe I was hoping it was some mix-up. But when I finally dialed her number, my hands were shaking. She picked on the second ring. Hey babe. You're back already. Her voice was so normal. So casual. Yeah, I said. My throat felt tight. I saw something. She paused. What did you see? A wedding card. With your name on it. And another man's. Silence. Dead silence. Then she sighed. Chokudi, she said softly, I was going to tell you. That was it. I dropped the phone. I couldn't breathe. I stood up, paced the room, sat back down, stood up again. My chest was hot. My mind was spinning. Was this a prank? Was she testing me? Did I do something wrong? I checked our last messages. She had sent me, I miss you, 3 days ago. A love emoji the night before. She said she was dreaming about our future. Future with who? That evening, she came over. I didn't know she was coming. I didn't even want to see her. But when I heard the knock on the door, something told me it was her. She stood there, dressed in that yellow gown I loved. No makeup. Just a natural face, soft, unsure. "Can I come in?" she asked. I stepped aside. Not because I forgave her, but because I needed answers. She sat down quietly, clasped her fingers together. "I never meant to hurt you," she essayed. Heartbreak is not loud. It's not thunder, or fireworks, or a car crash. It's quiet. It's sitting on your bed in the middle of the night, replaying every word she ever said. Every "I love you." Every "forever, baby." And wondering if any of it was real. For weeks, I barely ate. Friends checked in, but I lied to all of them. "I'm good, bro. Just been busy. You know how village Walla is." But the truth was, I was drowning. Slowly. Quietly. I deactivated my WhatsApp. Blocked her on Instagram. Gave her the hoodie she once loved. Burned the letters she wrote me in 2021. And still, she lived in my head. She was everywhere. In the music we danced to. In the places we went to. In the silence. Even in my dreams. I started to hate myself. Not just because she left. But because I let her in. I gave her access to my soul. I planned our future. Even chose baby names. We shared struggles, fought poverty together, held each other through the darkest times. And she left. For someone with a better account balance. I hated that I still loved her. My boys tried to help. F said I needed to go out more. Find new fish in the sea, guy. Tolu suggested dating apps. Swipe left, swipe right, clear her memory. But it wasn't that simple. You don't erase 4 years like a WhatsApp chat. It sticks. It aches. It lingers. Then I got the message. 3 months had passed. I had just gotten a small gig in town, helping with a community tech training. One evening, as I was packing my laptop, my phone lit up. Unknown number. "Hi Chokudi. I don't even know where to begin. But I saw you at the training center today. I didn't say hi because I wasn't sure if you'd remember me. But I remember you. Always have." Her name, Amoka. Amoka from the ceremony. The same village event where I met Ifinanya 4 years ago. She was the girl sitting beside the drums. The one who smiled when I stumbled while dancing. We exchanged names, but that was all. How did she remember me? I smiled, for the first time in weeks. We started talking. Just light conversations at first. "How's the training going? You still as bad at dancing as that day?" Small jokes. No pressure. She didn't ask about Ifinanya. She didn't pity me. She didn't try to fix me. She just listened. And somehow, without realizing it, I started to heal. She became my escape. Amoka was different. She wasn't loud or showy. She wasn't pretending to be strong or wise. She was just present. The kind of person who texts "Did you eat?" and actually means it. The kind who sends gospel memes and funny reels back to back on a bad day. With her, I didn't feel broken. I didn't feel less than. I felt visible. Whole. Like I was allowed to breathe again. But guilt hung over me. Was I moving on too fast? Was I trying to replace Ifinanya? Every time Amoka laughed at my dry jokes, I felt a pang in my chest. Not because she reminded me of the past, but because she reminded me there could be a. They say healing takes time. I thought I was healing. I thought I was ready. Amoka and I were growing closer. Slowly, like morning dew warming under the sun. She never rushed me. She never asked for more than I could give. But the truth is, you don't realize how deep a wound is until someone touches it, even gently. And one quiet Friday evening, the past touched me. It started with a knock. Literally. I had just come back from the market. The power was out again. I was slicing onions by lantern light when someone knocked on my door. A soft knock. Careful. Familiar. I opened it without thinking. And there she was. Standing like a ghost, wrapped in a cream shawl. No makeup. No jewelry. Just tears already sitting in her eyes. My chest tightened. I didn't speak. Neither did she. For a full minute, we just stood. Can I come in? She asked it so quietly, like she was afraid the air itself would reject her. I stepped aside. She walked in like she had done 1,000 times before. Her eyes scanned the room, the chair she used to love, the Bible still on the table, the framed photo of my late mom. Then, her eyes landed on the plastic plate on the table, Amoka's handwriting still visible on the foil wrap. Eat well, Mr. Busy. She looked away quickly. I didn't come to fight, she whispered. I didn't invite you, I replied. Silence. I need you to hear me out. She sat. I stayed standing. I made a mistake, she said, but it wasn't what you think. The wedding, it wasn't out of love. It was arrangement. Pressure. Family debt. You know how these things go. I didn't respond. She continued. He was never my choice. I cried the night before that wedding. My mother begged me. My uncle said I had to protect the family name. He had money. He paid off my father's land loan. I didn't know what else to do. I clenched my jaw. But you lied. To me. 4 months. She looked down. I know. And you left. No explanation. Just a wedding card. A tear slipped down her cheek. I didn't know how to face you. I was a coward. But I swear, every day of those 4 years, I loved you. That broke something in me. I didn't deserve what you did to me. My voice cracked. You could have told me. We could have fought it. We could have run. Anything. But you left me in the dark. She stood now, tears flowing. I know, Chokudi. I regret it every single day. I've left him. I'm done. All I want is a second chance. Not just love, but friendship. Forgiveness. Something. My heart raced. This was the woman I once thought I'd marry. The woman who once held my dreams like they were hers. But she also shattered me. And now there was Amoka. The dilemma. That night, I couldn't sleep. I replayed everything. Her voice. Her tears. Her regrets. Would it be betrayal to give her a chance? Would it be betrayal to move forward with Amoka? Was my heart even strong enough for either? I sat outside, under the stars, asking the sky cue. There are nights you sleep like a rock, peaceful, still, gone. Then there are nights your bed feels like a battlefield, and your pillow can't hold the weight of your thoughts. That night was the second kind. Ifunanyo's face kept floating in my mind. Her words, it wasn't out of love, kept echoing. And Amoka's sweet message. It sat in my chest like guilt. Because no matter how much I wanted to forget the past, it had walked right back into my life, uninvited, but not unwelcome. The next morning, I found myself walking, aimlessly, around the village. Every path held a memory. That corner near Mama Ebra's shop. That's where Ifunanyo once danced in the rain and made me swear I'd never let her go. That mango tree. We carved our initials there, like 2 silly teenagers. But the painful truth. Those carvings, they fade. And sometimes, so does love. I needed a friend. So I did something I hadn't done in months. I called Kin. Kin, my oldest friend. The one who warned me not to fall too deep. The one who watched me cry the night I got the wedding invitation. Guy, he said after listening to everything, you're not a tree. You're not stuck. But what if I make the wrong choice again? He laughed. You're human. You'll bleed. But don't confuse history with destiny. Just because someone knew your past doesn't mean they deserve your future. That line. It hit different. Amoka came over. That afternoon, Amoka stopped by with fresh jollof and chilled malt. She always had this habit, showing up when the world felt heavy, smiling like she could lift it off my shoulders. But today, I wasn't smiling back. She noticed immediately. You look like someone who just saw a ghost, she said. I did, I replied. Her smile faded. Ifunanya. I nodded slowly. She didn't cry. She didn't shout. She just breathed in, held it, then let it go. Do you still love her? Silence. I don't know, I said honestly. I think I'm still hurting. And confused. Amoka nodded. Then she did the most unexpected thing. She stood up, leaned close, kissed my forehead, and said, I'm not going to compete with your past. But I'll always be here for your future. Just make sure, when you choose peace. Then she left. And I just sat there. The decision. That night, I took out all the photos, all the love notes, all the letters Ifunanya ever gave me. I read them. One by one. Some made me laugh. Others made me cry. But when I reached the last one, the one she wrote a month before she vanished, I saw something I hadn't noticed before. A line, scribbled at the bottom. Sometimes, I feel like I'm drowning in expectations. And if I disappear, it won't be because I don't love you, it will be because I don't know how to choose myself. That was the moment I realized. She didn't leave me to hurt me. She left because she didn't know how to stay. And now, she was back, hoping I'd help her find her way again. But could I? Love. It's the sweetest feeling until it becomes the sharpest knife. You give your heart, your time, your soul, believing in forever, and then one day, it all breaks without warning. The very person who once made you feel alive becomes the reason you're barely breathing. Memories that once brought smiles now haunt you in silence. You start to wonder if love is worth it, if giving so much of yourself only leads to this kind of pain. But maybe that's what love is, a beautiful risk. A gamble with no guarantee. And sometimes, the lesson isn't in keeping the love, but in learning how to let it go. Even when it hurts.